Well, guys, this is my off-road machine. This is my adventure something. This is my off-road machine that I've now called the Hellraiser because it's easy and simple. So this is a 21 Polaris XP Pro, and I love this thing. Now, when I bought this, it was kind of a hot chunk of change for me. Still paying it off. But I've done a lot to this, and I've gone on a lot of adventures with this. One of the first videos on this channel are videos of me in this Razor going through Moab. We've gone through Moab with this machine quite a few times. I absolutely love it. And I've done a lot of upgrades on it. So let's get into how I have this set up for my adventure machine, everything I've done for it, and let's get into why I think this is the best machine I could have for my adventures. Let's get into it. So let's start from the outside in, front to back. First thing you're going to notice on the front is my winch. Now this is a XPV Auto 4,500 pound winch. Uses Bluetooth, also has a turning crank right here. Plugs into the system right here. Comes out. Now how we have this particular one set up is it's got a trailer hitch. I don't know if you can see that. It's on a trailer hitch. So what I can do with this setup is I can actually pull out this pin right here and take my entire winch out to store it away. Or I have a hitch on the back that we've welded to this frame and this cage so we can hook it up in the front or the rear. Now we also have some super ATV upgraded lower and upper control arms, upgraded CV axles, and we have the Fox shocks with these custom springs. I can't remember who makes these, but these have been the biggest upgrade to the machine thus far. Besides my 4-inch GDP gear-driven performance super ATV portals. Now this has given me a lot more clearance, 30% gear reduction, and I have loved these. Now it took about 4 years to get them, but now that I got them, I'm obsessed. We're sitting on some BFG Goodriches. These are 35-inch tires, super squeaky, but really treating me nice. I really like having a taller machine. I have yet to go to Moab with this machine being on portals with bigger wheels. Before I wrecked, I had stock control arms, no portals, and I was sitting on 32s. So the next time I get a chance to go down to Moab, we're going to be doing a lot more. Cage front bumper area. So I got some awesome Slick Rock stickers. I've met those guys at Off-Road Expo. Super cool guys. I really appreciate them. Right here, I have a mount for my camera to put it on the front grill. I have these Halloween chains. I just like them, so I threw them on there. Another mount to hook up a camera or really whatever else I want. I got my booby bouncer emblem. Then we've got the windshield. So this cage was custom built. It's a full exoskeleton. It wraps all the way around and connects to the frame on each end and every drop. And up there, I got my big ol' light bar. I drilled a hole for a windshield wiper. Windshield wiper broke, has not fixed that, so that's for another day's repairs and fixes. Now, these mirrors that it comes with only stick out about yay far. So what we did is we cut this little piece of piping, ran a bigger bolt through, so we could actually have mirrors that worked and you could see past the machine. Now, right here, I just have some zip ties. Zip ties is a common theme. You're gonna see a lot of them on this machine. Love zip ties. Easiest way to get around things. Little paracord in case I need some extra cordage. I'm in a bad situation. Also works as a great oh shit handle. Also have built-in oh shit handles with this cage. Now the color I went with is like a copper penny orange. And I'm really in love with this. It's more of a rust orange, and that's probably my favorite color is orange and rust orange. Now I do have the stock doors on it. We'll get into the interiors later. I also have right here another camera mount, so I can mount up another camera right here. Frame goes cage goes all the way down into the frame at all these parts. Now back here you can see my Fox shocks with the upgraded spring. You can see the portals back here in the rear and the ZRP high clearance radius rods. These things are a lot beefier than the stock ones. Super great upgrade, high clearance, gets you a lot more clearance, of course. Really awesome design. I really like them. Now you can see this is our little welding job right here for the back hitch receiver. We also got a hook point right here to pull me out, but this way I can connect my... This way we can connect my winch to the rear. Got the plug-ins right up here. And I can plug it in and it works on both sides of the machine. So if I'm in a situation where I need to pull somebody out from the rear or pull myself and rescue myself out from the rear, I can do so. Same thing on this side. BF Goodrich tires, portals, all that good jazz. Now this machine is the Pro XP internally cooled turbo. Love this thing, runs on 91. Now back here with this cage, you can see the cage goes all the way, connects to the front bumper, all the way back here to the rear bumper. I have a chain back here for recoveries and helping myself out, and I just like the look of a good chain. Got another bar. Now this is something we made ourselves because I didn't trust the little flimsy one that came with the 360 X4. And this is for my 360 camera. It can screw in right here or on the front, goes all the way up and gets me 360 footage of the machine. I have a bunch of that on the channel. Also got my Yeti box right here. Gotta love a good Yeti. Got some stickers on it. Little fun. Now let's climb up this machine. I have a cheap little Walmart toolbox. This keeps all my tools I need to fix a tire, fix any part on this machine that may break. Now also up here, I have my JBL Rally speaker. This thing has been phenomenal for me. We had no way of mounting it inside the cab, so we welded this bar with these brackets all the way across and mounted it this way. This is a spare belt and have to have the LED whips. And I have these on these little springs to give them a little extra bounce. And these are all wired down to the controls on the inside. Little rusty, but that's alright. It does its job. My JBL speaker. Up here on the roof, I've got these traction boards. They just screw in. I also have these mounting points so I can move my LED light whips, quick disconnect them, and put them up top if I want them sticking straight up. But for most of the time, I don't need none of that. Now getting to the inside, I've got some Kemimoto bags. Got some firewood in here. Got some ratchet straps, an extra tool roll, another Kemimoto bag. Here is that speaker from the inside. That thing bumps. Got some stickers, my We the People holster, battle, and these are Polaris 4-horn harness straps. I have 2 of them in the rear. Now you'll see in the front, I have 50 cals. So right here, I have a little waterproof emergency kit. It's got cold weather gear and stuff like that in case I'm getting cold while driving. And this has an emergency medical kit in case anybody gets hurt, stung, bit, anything. I can help them out right here. Easy to get through any side of the machine, and they just kind of slide. But that way I can get them on that side of the machine or this side. Suicide doors, of course, because you got to be gangster like that. Now I got my bag down here, my camera bag. Here is my silver 50 cal 4-point harness. We love these. Going out to Moab, the harnesses will rub your shoulders raw, so it's really nice to have that extra padding. It makes a huge difference. Now, I have the Chupacabra bags in the front. I love the Chupacabra bags. These have been on here in all elements, snow, rain, water, sun, for about 4 years now, and they've been holding up great. Have them all zip tied down because that was the easiest way to do it. And they've been holding out great. Nice leg pads, so when you're bouncing around, your knee just hits a nice padding. Now, I also have an emergency fire blanket up here. In case anything happens, the machine catches on fire, I can hurry and throw that over. Try and get the fire down for a bit. More paracord. I do have a little inside joke with this monster can from my buddy. I have a little Guardian Angel light in case I need a light in the cab. Also a camera mount right here that adjusts so you can see some good footage. 360 camera and all that jazz. Got my phone mount right here so I can hook up my phone. Easy to look at if I get notifications or want to change my song or anything. I did not get the model with the screen. Now right here are my rock lights, but they are currently broken, so I've got to replace those. These are my whip lights, the Sasquatch lights, that's my LEDs up at the top, my light bar. And this is a little double USB charging piece. And this runs my orange Core Glow that I have trimmed all throughout here. You can see in some of my videos. And yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. It's got some extra paracord, a Mora knife, some sunglasses, and a saw inside there. I also bring all my gear in my bag when I come out here. So I don't keep a lot of gear in the machine. But altogether, this is my outdoor adventure machine. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Red, why did you spend so much money and so much time on this machine? If you want an adventure machine, why don't you do what everybody else does and get an overland rig? A Jeep, or build up your truck and have one unit that you can drive on the highway or off-road. Well, the biggest reason for that is when you have something that can do so much, go on the highway, be your daily commuter, and also your off-road machine, you're not getting the best of both worlds in any case. You're not getting the best crawling adventure machine, and you're also not getting the best highway machine. With an upgraded Jeep, you're going to lose speed, reliability, you're always going to be buying parts, and you're not that fast when it comes to rock crawling. When we go down to Moab, we'll have to pass by Jeeps all the time because they're going a little too slow. Now they do get to laugh at us because they've got their AC and their windows up and they're just having a great time, and we're sweating our balls off in this machine, but there's a use case for it. This is my end of the world apocalypse adventure machine. There's very little places I want to get to that I can't get to in this machine. It is built to get me wherever I want to go and get me there very fast if I want to. This is internally cooled turbo. Now, I have it more as a climbing rig, but it still rips it. Just about any washboard road, it just annihilates. I can go over just about any terrain. This is very rocky terrain, and something like a truck or a Jeep, you'd be moving through this very slowly. I can move through this at like 25 to 30 miles an hour without shaking myself to death. And it's also just a really fun machine. It's nice to have a setup adventure machine. You don't have to worry about if you're going to get to work the next day because you broke your Jeep on a little ride or something like that, or your truck. And is it the most amazing sleep system? No, I can hang up hammocks and stuff like that on this, but I normally tent camp or hammock camp anyways. So this is a means to getting me to a destination that I normally wouldn't be able to get into. And that's what I really like about this. This will take me to places to film and to go camping and go exploring where normal cars can't get you. And that's the biggest point about this machine, is this takes me to places where nobody else is and nobody else can get to unless they want to hike. But the problem with hiking is it takes a lot of time. And I have to hike a lot with this machine, but this might get me an extra 30 miles up a mountain that somebody else would have to park their car and hike up, or get to the same place in their Jeep or their truck. But it's going to take them an extra 2 hours where I just get to fly up the mountain and go film and go adventure and go have fun. And this is just a fun toy out here on the lake, rock crawling all around me and going out and adventuring. I go out with my uncle. He's who you'll see in a bunch of my videos. He has the Blue Turbo S. He's also who's helped me build this entire machine. He's the mastermind behind all this, so I want to give him a huge shout out and a big thank you. Also, almost all the parts on this machine are from Anarchy Off-Road, so I want to give them a big shout out. Chad has always been super helpful figuring out what parts I need, if I actually need those parts, and getting them to me at a reasonable price. So I really appreciate them. If you do have a Razor or a UTV, or you're looking to get into Razors and UTVs and you're buying your parts, maybe check out Anarchy Off-Road. They're really awesome guys, really cool. I got to go down to Moab with them, and they're really great guys. And yeah, guys, you've seen a bunch of this machine, the Hellraiser, on my channel, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of it on my channel. Hopefully I'm going to be able to plan out a Moab trip here soon and take you guys with me to Moab. But this is the Hellraiser, and this is my full introduction and overview of my off-road machine. If you got any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Now go get lost, find a way.